welcome to Vinyl Fetish. We're still talking about Paul McCartney here. Can you believe it? This new album, Egypt Station, debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts. It's got all this energy and it just grows and grows and grows. I love it every time I listen to it. And it's had us listening to a lot of Paul's back catalog. We've been spinning a lot of Paul in the house. And also Wings Wildlife and Red Rose Speedway are coming out on deluxe editions. Hope to have those soon. We're even learning to play Wings 1985 on the piano downstairs, which is not too easy, especially when you're as untalented as I am. And so what I thought I'd do is share with you my Paul McCartney 45 collection. 45s. People used to buy 45s. I've been buying them since the 70s, being Paul songs all throughout the 70s and the 80s. What we haven't seen from Egypt Station or any 45 singles, I don't know if there are any out there. So if you know of any, let me know. But I have not heard of any singles, actually physical 45s being released from the record. So I thought I'd share with you the singles that I've collected over the years that I have amassed this collection, and maybe there's some weird ones in there that you haven't seen. I mean, people really used to go out and buy singles. That was like a normal thing to do. I'd go out and get the new single and just spin it. Not so much anymore. So I thought I'd go and start with the first Paul single I ever got, which was Live and Let Die on Apple Records, 1973, produced by George Martin from the James Bond film. I just loved it when I was 9 years old, and I went to the record store and bought this single, my first Paul McCartney single. And I'll go through the rest, not in any particular alphabetical order. This is Paul and Linda's Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, also on Apple. Another Day from Paul, which is, I think, the first official Paul solo single. Then we've got Hi 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 by Wings on the nice Capitol label. Mary Had a Little Lamb, which was kind of a weird single, trying to respond to the hubbub that came out after his Give Ireland Back to the Irish single. Then we've got, let's see, this is an Apple single, Oh Junior's Farm, 1974, super rockin' Wings single. And we've got Hell and Wheels, which came out a little bit before the Band on the Run album, and in America was included on Band on the Run in 73. My Love, huge Wings hit, 1973. Once Upon a Long Ago, which was a single in Britain in the 80s. I don't even know if it was released in the United States. This is not a very big song for Paul. This is when he's on Columbia. This is a recent record store day release of Another Day. It just came out a few years ago. Then we've got Tug of War from 1982. Great single from a great album. Oh yeah, 1980, Coming Up. This was the #1 song the summer of 1980, Wings' final single. It was just on the radio constantly, and we were also getting excited about John Lennon being back in the studio and about to release a new album, and we just would hear this all the time on the radio. It just always makes me think of that summer when I was 16. In fact, I bought 2 of them because I was a collector and wanted to make sure I didn't lose one. This is the Coming Up that was included in the McCartney 2 album. The McCartney 2 album had the sort of synth version of the song. This was the live in Glasgow version. This is Waterfalls from McCartney 2. And then Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Wonderful Christmas Time, one of the most annoying Christmas singles ever to be released. Sorry, Paul. We've got Say, Say, Say with Michael Jackson. And we've got Ebony and Ivory with Stevie Wonder. And we got The Girl Is Mine with Michael Jackson from Michael Jackson's Thriller album, The Doggone Girl Is Mine. I'm a lover, not a fighter, Paul. Yeah. I don't know. Then this one is kind of a weird bootleg one. It's a bootleg version of My Love and Hi 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 from the One Hand Clapping film from 1974 that was never released, and really great version of Soily. It's kind of a little EP, 7-inch. Birthday, a live version Birthday. I think this is from maybe the 89 tour when he was, making his comeback. Give Ireland Back to the Irish. This is Paul weighing into the Irish conflict, just like John was doing with Sunday Bloody Sunday in 1971. Early Wings single. A lot of people didn't know what to make of this. We All Stand Together from Rupert and the Frog Pond. Huge hit in Britain. Did absolutely nothing in the United States from the animated film from the 80s. Take It Away. This is one of my favorite. George Martin produced. Ringo plays drums. Really great single from the Tug of War album. Listen to What the Man Said on the original picture sleeve from Wings. So Bad, great song from Pipes of Peace. Getting Closer. Paul's on Columbia Records. This is from the Back to the Egg album. Arrow Through Me, also from the Back to the Egg album. Good Night Tonight. I guess kind of Paul's disco song. In the late 70s. The B-side, Daytime Nighttime Suffering, though, was one of his best. Stranglehold, which is off the Press to Play album. Not a great album, but kind of a cool single. On its own, it stood up over time. As opposed to Spies Like Us. It has to be the worst Paul single of all. It's just not good. It's just not good. It's not even that good of a movie. But Paul looked good. His hair was going gray and he wasn't dyeing it. Then there's this Walking in the Park with Eloise by the Country Hams, which is kind of a weird instrumental Wings record that not a lot of people know about. This is Ferry Across the Mersey with Paul and the Frankie Goes to Hollywood guys and Jerry Marsden. It's a benefit single for something horrible that happened. I shouldn't laugh. I imagine in Liverpool. And then there's another charity single, Let It Be, for Ferry Aid. And there's Paul and Boy George and Mark Knopfler and Kate Bush right there for the Zeebrugge ferry disaster on March 6, 1987. There you go. And the last one is probably the most famous in the world, if not in the United States, which is the Mull of Kintyre single from 1977. Huge hit around the world. The B-side, Girls' School, got played in the United States, but everywhere else in the world, Mull of Kintyre, this sort of Scottish ode. I was going to school in Britain in 1982, and it was on a jukebox, and I was in a pub, and I just thought, do I play this? Do I play this song? I know everybody's probably sick of the song. I put it on the jukebox, and everybody stopped drinking, and the whole pub sang along. Mull of Kintyre, oh mist rolling in from the sea, my desire is always to be there. So it's just like the hugest thing around the world, and when he plays it now, the bagpipes come out. Really, really an important single in the world. Paul, thank you for giving us this. So this is it. Hoping that there'll be more 45s in the future. Maybe for Record Store Day, there'll be some new ones. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're actually going to go see the Queen movie, and Andy and I are going to review Bohemian Rhapsody, so I'm dying to hear what she has to say about Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? It's going to be amazing. So we'll be back 24 hours from now with our review of Bohemian Rhapsody. In the meantime, I'm going to go practice playing 1985. So, peace out, subscribe, tell us what you like about Paul 45s, and we will see you next time.